IVM.
Dating is garbage, I'm not sure why people do it.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Dating is Garbage.
Yeah. Boo.
Boo! Guys, don't boo this. God.
Boo dating.
We are booing dating, yeah.
Yeah, we are. But we have a really cool guest with us today. Sukanya.
Hi.
Hi Sukanya, tell us something about yourself. I mean, I know you, but... Because Sukanya is a great friend of mine, but go for it.
Provide context, okay.
Just lovely friend.
Where did you guys meet?
Oh, we were colleagues in our last job. We were both, we didn't like that job very much. And that's how we bonded.
Yeah. So both of y'all have quit that job now?
Yeah.
Quite a few years back.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
And suddenly one day we decided to meet like after 3 years after quitting that job.
Yeah. I don't remember though how we decided to
It was super random. I texted you, of course, like a needy friend. I was like, what do you think about catching up? And you were like, sure.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh shit. Okay.
Sukanya, are you here of your free will? Or Surbi forced you to come?
I have another question.
Yeah.
Was Surbi going through boy problems?
Oh my god. When she texted you. That's literally all the time. That's my lifestyle. It's not a phase.
Oh, I think I remember watching that It's Good to Cry or something.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when I really connected. I was like, yeah, I cry.
Oh man.
Pretty much all the
thanks.
time. But it's not like, oh, I'm sad, I'm crying. It's also always like, if I'm angry, I'll cry.
Yeah.
Or if I'm happy, I'll cry. I have a thing with, and especially with movies. A movie is good if I can cry.
That's amazing. I'm so glad I have the Overthink fans in this room.
Yeah.
I think Janam and Abbas would also say that they're fans, right?
Of
me.
crying? Of you?
Of me. Fans of me.
Twisting arms here.
Just say it. Say yes. Guys, we have to work together.
Yeah.
Janam, is that a yes? It's a loud and resounding yes.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
I can see you're putting the gun to your head.
Okay, guys, today we're talking about... we're kind of dating phase.
Okay.
So I've been in one. I've been in a lot of these phases. But just for the listeners, when you're seeing someone and the last few dates have been great. And you're even comfortable picking out a restaurant based on their dietary preferences. Okay, cool, gluten-free. I'll also probably skip today. And but then what's a good time to ask the 3-word question? What are we? Yeah, so I was thinking, we're going to talk about what is it about defining the relationship that we're so scared about? Because I feel like we're becoming more and more commitment phobic. And I just want to gauge what's your opinion about this shitty thing that keeps happening, which is the kind of dating phase. Yeah.
Kind of dating.
Kind of dating.
Yeah.
So Sukanya, what according to you is a good time to DTR, define the relationship?
I only heard this term last year.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a 60-year-old woman who does not know millennial terms. But I don't know if any time is a good time to ask that question.
Oh.
Because I was with a guy for years.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Define years.
Okay.
Plural.
Yeah. Just years, okay? And... I still could never have the DTR conversation.
Oh my god.
Yes. So it was quite frustrating. And at some point I was like, okay, I guess that's how it works,
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, my friends made me realize that's not how it works. So
Didn't you have friends?
Yeah, I know. Because it was mostly like a hush-hush thing,
okay.
So, which again, I did not understand. So I think I was just young and stupid.
So when you say hush-hush, you mean y'all don't introduce each other to your friends, and when y'all hang out, it's just mostly y'all...
So the thing is, we have mutual friends, everything is... But we are best friends. That's all. You know how, oh my god, it was such a celebrity situation. We are just good friends.
Oh my god.
But which is why you could not discuss boy problems with your friends.
Exactly.
Oh my
so
god.
I would just cry to myself. That's why I love the podcast. I'm like, yeah, I cry to myself.
Oh my god.
I just eat popcorn and momos and I cry. That's it. So I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, okay, I got out of that. And then I started seeing another guy because I was like, yes, I must get myself out on the market. And after, I still could not have the DTR because then he got awkward after a few months.
Wait, what's up with guys?
So that's what I'm getting at. Who is supposed to take the initiative in that conversation?
I think it should be cool for the guy to do it sometimes, because I feel like I have done it like twice now, and I need to like chill right now. I want someone else to be like, hey, what are you, buddy?
Yeah.
Just why can't somebody ask me this? Are they intimidated by me? Are they already thinking that this girl will just say no? Because I'm into them.
I don't think guys will ever initiate that conversation.
What's wrong
Ouch.
with? Oh my god, it's
Take
true.
that personally.
But actually, the
You
ratio
know
is
it's
really
true.
bad.
Hello.
No, it's true. Abbas, we know you.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't even initiate
Well, I don't
meetups.
speak for all men.
Okay, cool. You don't, but
Yeah.
like you're in this room right now.
Yeah.
Have you had this conversation with someone? Have you ever initiated this?
No.
Oh my god. Classic example of all men. But like, okay, going to you, Janam.
Yeah.
Have you had this conversation recently about what are we? Oh, in your last relationship.
This is such a grey area.
Hate
I have had this conversation, and in fact, like before we even got into it, we established that this is not going to result in anything serious.
Okay.
So
But that's also defining the relationship talk, right? I mean,
Yeah,
in a way,
so-
you're defining this is where we are.
yeah, my we're kind of dating phase has turned into we're just fucking phase. It's honestly quite blissful. Yeah, and like I'm like seeing other people. It's actually great. I'm seeing a lot of other men. I haven't restricted myself to one person, you know.
That's
This
kinda
this
cool.
podcast is being recorded in November 2018.
Yeah, we'll grow out
By
of
the
this
time
phase.
this comes out, things might change.
I hope not. No, I hope like I meet more people. Actually, I'm on all 3 dating apps, so I'm talking to a lot of men, but I'm not meeting anyone yet,
anyone
which
for
I
like
will
go.
soon.
No, but my question is, so you sort of had that conversation, and then you both stuck to it. Yes, it's a yes.
I don't know.
Janam, go for it. Just say you want the more relationship.
How
going.
long has this arrangement been going on?
Yeah.
Few months.
Wow, Janam
that's
is so vague about this. A few months? I don't know.
The specificity ended with we are fuck buddies now.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, Janam, are you dating a bot? Is that it?
Yeah.
I also have a very important question about how I certainly think that because we're on dating apps and we're like on 3 at a time. I feel like
What are these 3, by the way?
Okay, cool. Hinge, Bumble, Tinder.
Okay, cool.
And there's also
I
coffee and
noticed.
bagel that I'm not on because I don't like coffee or bagel. I'm like, no, thank you.
It's called
That's
Swiggy.
okay.
So yeah, also alternatively called Swiggy sometimes. But I have a question for everybody in this room, which is, do you think we're all increasingly becoming commitment phobic because of dating apps? Because we have so many options that like, just like, oh, you open your app and like there's so many people out there. You're like, why settle? Why like, you know?
I think we are becoming commitment phobic, but not because of dating apps. I think it's just our generation. Because in the sense, because I mean, think of our parents' generation. They didn't have that much choice in the sense. More often than not, someone was chosen for them, and they had very little option to opt out. Or even with love marriages, I think they either met their partners in college or at work, and they lived in a different time where I don't know how to say this, but with less things to do.
Are you saying it's a rebellious act on our generations? Like we're doing it because you
I don't
have
think
the
it's
option.
rebellious because it's thrust upon us. I think we as youngsters deal with much more work-wise and mentally than I think our previous generation did. So we are a little hesitant when it comes to sticking with one thing. We've seen a lot more changes in our lifetime than maybe our previous generations did. So we have this notion that things change very fast. So if we commit to someone or something, we don't know how long it'll last, or if we'll be okay with it lasting. I don't know if I made sense, but that's what I feel.
Yeah, it did not make sense at all. But I get what you mean about how commitment is kind of something that only this, it's a generation problem and not like something.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's also
Yeah.
because, I mean, it's a generation problem because that's how we've evolved. Na? Matlab ki this generation, like for example, if we talk about, like dating apps, technology, all of that. I mean, he said like, it's about options. You're always, but I don't think like we are commitment phobic, okay? Because at the end of the day, we're always looking for a loving and caring relationship, right? I mean, it can be with anyone.
Yeah.
So even if it's a friend, mother, like whatever, but we constantly want that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there are distractions for us.
That's true.
Okay.
There's so much.
So every time, I mean, Twitter suddenly was like, हाँ ठीक है मुझे पता है तुम्हारे पास बहुत distraction है, मैं तुम्हें 140 characters ही दूंगा. उसके अलावा नहीं चाहिए तुमको. Like, you know, so we are distracted, but I don't think it's commitment phobia that we have. We do look for...
Maybe is it because we have so many people in our lives and we don't want to like put all of our eggs in one basket? We're like,
no, I don't have many people in my life, but I am.
We're there for you.
A little. I do hesitate to commit.
Where are all your eggs right now, Abbas?
All my eggs or all my exes?
Eggs. In what basket are all your eggs?
With yourself.
In my fridge.
So here's my take on commitment phobia. Firstly, I think commitment phobia is like the phobia comes when you kind of have feelings for someone and you don't want to commit to them.
Oh my God.
Because
why?
you're scared of getting hurt. Because of those feelings coming up, you're like, oh my God, that is happening. I don't want to commit to this person. That's when the phobia comes. But you will not be commitment phobic if you don't have feelings for that person. Right?
But then you wouldn't want to commit if you don't have feelings for someone, right?
Exactly. So you don't commit.
So you're not committing in either case.
Yeah, but here you're not committing out of choice, not out of the phobia. Like you're not afraid of falling for this person and getting hurt.
So I think it's more like a vicious cycle.
Yeah,
you know?
I also read that this is it's problem both ways. It's a problem that if you are too soon to commit, and it's a problem if you're too late to commit. So like both of these qualify as commitment issues, by the way.
Yeah. Also, speaking of commitment issues, I don't think dating apps is the cause of it. It's, according to me, I think
it's a product of
lately,
it.
Lately, like Daniel Sloss is the reason people are
Oh
not committing.
my God.
Why am I hearing so much about him?
I recommend you to watch it, dude.
Yeah.
But again, I feel like that's a good point. Daniel Sloss might have been responsible for this, but not everyone has seen it.
Yeah.
People should watch it. But I still do feel like a lot of it is about how we go around living our lives, and how so much of it's on our phones right now. We feel like I feel sometimes self-sufficient without having a partner in my life.
Okay, so I only started dating, or whatever it was.
It was also totally garbage.
When I was 21. Yeah. Okay. And before that, when I was in school, I was such a good bacha, like any boy who came up to me and was like, "Oh, I like you," I would just cry and go to my mom, and then my mom would go and call the principal saying, "Why is he saying these things to my daughter?"
Oh my God.
I know, I was that child.
What made you cry exactly?
I used to think I thought I would get pregnant.
Oh my God, just touching a boy.
Guys, I'm sorry, but I was very immature, and thankfully, I'm not so immature. We can have the talk. We can. I'm not going to worry if you touch me, I'm going to get pregnant. No, I know how things work. Okay.
Now you do.
Yeah. So I thought that I was very content with myself. Ki haan, theek hai, I'm a strong, independent woman. I can do whatever I want. And suddenly I opened that door to one boy.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I was like, wow, this is amazing to have a partner and to someone to confide in, and I can cry to him and I can laugh with him also. Sorry, I'm talking so much about crying, but I can share amazing things with this another individual, and we have problems, but we get over it, right? I mean, but then it got over. And suddenly, when I was still single and I was still a strong, independent woman, I still thought there was a void, which I had already opened, right? So I kept wanting to fill it.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, okay, I mean, maybe I do need a partner every time. I want those experiences.
So before you opened that door for him, you felt like you could live all those experiences by yourself. But then once you open the door, you're like, oh damn, now I feel like I can only do this duet.
Yeah,
now,
I like I'm buying 2 tickets for things. It's fun. Of course, I would love to go to a movie and buy popcorn for myself also. But it'd be nice to share it with someone. Get the big seat.
No, I don't think about sharing popcorn is a great idea.
No, I would.
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
Buy
I wouldn't share
popcorn. Buy your own popcorn. But do we? Okay. So I know the general vibe in this room is. But do you know your friends? Do you think everybody around us is also just hanging out?
I hate that.
I also hate that, but like, because
Just fucking get twisted.
No,
yeah.
I mean, people I know are getting married left, right, and center.
But I
have
had a
something
while
to say. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
So this married thing. Okay. So I actually know friends who are getting this generation who's always looking for, I'm going to find a boy for myself and do things for myself. They choose to get married like the arranged marriage way. Okay.
That's again, I feel like it's a slightly rebellious act again. It's like, you know what? I'm going against the times now.
You know,
Just
because-
going to marry a stranger.
And you know, there's something exciting about that, like to think of it, because it's a very old school concept, right? I have a million problems with it, of course, but it's almost like everyone is fucked up, right? Like all of us are talking about the same thing, but at the end of it, we still want that partner, right? So we're like, अच्छा ठीक है, मतलब हमारे choice से तो कोई नहीं मिल रहा है ना? Like, and our parents are thinking about, oh my god, long term. They don't understand short term things, and so you sort of think that okay, like maybe this is a
at least it ticks like one box. Which is like long term तो चलो है.
मतलब
बाकी का देख लेंगे.
मतलब पता नहीं क्या, लेकिन ऐसा like I'm not saying these are bad marriages, like you know, but it's also that we finding that finding that partner is such an old school thought. So even if we're living in the modern world, we're still looking for, like, our primary need is to be loved.
Yeah.
So if someone commits to that without even having they're like, okay, you know, I accept you with all your baggage. I don't care
into
for it.
arranged marriages. Who wants to marry me? The arranged marriage.
I kind of blame pop culture and just like, you know, these romance novels and things we are brought up with, because that's the message they convey, is that only if you find a significant other, you're complete. You find your soulmate, you're complete. But there's so much more to life than just finding a partner. Right?
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also finding good popcorn.
Yeah.
No, but I agree about how rom-coms portray that you have to, like, it's on you to find your person, and how the idea of arranged marriage is super, like, looked down upon, like, whoa, you're just getting married to a stranger.
Yeah.
But it might not be that bad. Oh god, I feel like we're just really, we're just like actually settling down here.
I'm not against the idea of arranged marriage, but like she said, there are a lot of problems with it. But yeah, as a concept, it's sometimes we put devil horns on it intentionally, whereas it may not be as bad. I don't know.
Yeah, like, you know, it's almost, and you know why we're actually scared to talk about it is because if we try to have this conversation with our friends, they will suddenly be like, I'm so against marriage. Why do we have to involve government in this? Like, excuse me, bitch, shut up. Okay.
Like such high ideas about this. Wow, we love shitting on things. This is what the generation.
मतलब मेरे को मालूम नहीं है marriage के बारे में, मुझे commitment के बारे में नहीं मालूम है, ठीक है? And suddenly I'm against marriage also, and I have great opinions. Like, no, you don't, because you don't know shit. And this is what. So, have you seen He's Just Not That Into You?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. Have you seen
No.
it? No?
I think I've seen it. Remind me who's in it.
I don't know who the actors are
There are
called.
so many.
Aniston,
Jennifer
I guess.
Aniston, Scarlett Johansson, Bradley Cooper. Oh my god, they're beautiful. Great cast. You should just watch it.
And they're not into each other, surprisingly.
Listen, so tell us about that movie.
So in that, so there's a married couple. There is a couple that they're living together. So Jennifer Aniston and her beautiful whoever partner, they decide. So this guy is like, I don't want to get married, and they've been dating for like 7 years or 8 years or something. And at some point, so her friends try to convince. They're not telling her this, but they're having a conversation. They're like, you know what? He's just not that into you. Like, you know, if he were that into you,
like
he would
Beyonce
just marry
said,
you.
If you like it, you should have put a ring
Put a
on
ring
it.
on it, yeah. So she got like really frustrated. She was like, "What the hell? This marriage?" Like, what?
Yeah.
And by the way, these are advice given by the couple that's about to get divorced. Okay, so they're already married.
Yeah.
So I don't know on what basis is she giving this advice. So what I'm trying to say is that this guy, he doesn't want to get married. He's like, I don't want to involve government, la la la, all that nonsense bullshit we say now. But he's the most committed human being to her.
Oh yeah, that movie is actually really good. Like, this guy shows up at some family event and he really helps her out.
Papa's sick, so he comes and helps her. Anyway,
So-
like the...
Yeah,
Sorry.
it kind of talks about how it doesn't, like, you don't have to sign some legal papers to, like, show commitment. You can just be like, this is me for your entire, like, for my entire life, but I don't want to get married.
So it's like defining the relationship. So I don't care about marriage, But yeah, my basis of relationship can't be uncertainty, na? Stop being
That's
like, oh,
also
let's
true.
see. Shut up.
Yeah,
Don't see.
there's a pit in my stomach every time I'm like, what is happening? Because again, imagine this in a real life scenario. You walk into an office, but nobody gives you a confirmation letter. You're like, wait, I'm just working here now. Nobody tells you what you're doing.
As long as you're getting a salary, I think it's fine.
Salary is the sex version.
I was
No, but I'll be confused. I feel like I need to set things right. I have the need to like define the relationship. Janam is totally vague about it, clearly. Janam is on the opposite side of the spectrum. Abbas, where do you stand?
On?
Oh my god, yeah, we've addressed this. You are on
He does not want to put his. He does not want to take his eggs out of the fridge yet.
He's like, they're on the fridge, my eggs. What about you, Sukanya? When do you also have this pit in your stomach, or like do you kind of feel like it's something?
You just said pit in your stomach.
Like a pit in your stomach. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Okay, life is tough. Okay, we don't need softies around you. Like there are other.
I know.
There are.
Is this a metaphor?
No.
Softies.
Yeah. It's just like, work is so uncertain. You don't know if you're getting.
I would need like a rock.
Yeah.
I'd need someone to be like, okay,
Dwayne
you're
Johnson.
constant. Dwayne Johnson would totally be my rock. But honestly, I do think I am. If this is old school call, I am maybe.
But
I'm
I
old
feel
school.
like we're just Nicholas Sparks novels
Yeah,
right now. It's
maybe
like,
I
yes,
am
meant for
convinced.
each other.
I'm totally convinced by the audio rom-coms that I need someone to tell me this is what we are doing right now. We'll see what we do later, but like I need someone to like be like a constant part. Like, I mean, someone just telling me this is what we're doing right now, and then like basically basic
Why do you need
planning
someone
around
to
life.
tell you that? You can take
Tell me as in
control
like
of-
again have a conversation about this.
Right.
It just can't be in the air like, oh, we're just. I hate the idea of hanging out. This is just not
But
something I can
what
do.
if you get these things from multiple people?
Oh my god!
So I mean, it's a great. See, firstly,
I like it, but don't you get emotionally invested in this person? Because
That is why
the
I asked
fact
her
that-
how many months, like
Yeah.
how long was this arrangement going? Because
I mean, it was going on for a few months, but now it's super casual, and it is casual because I'm also talking and meeting other people, and
because you have, but then
I-
both of you know that this is what you're doing. Like it's not like
Yeah.
he knows that you're on Tinder, but
yeah. I
You
mean,
don't know.
it's established. Also, like in all my previous relationships, I have like this is a confession, but I have naturally felt attracted to other people while I was in the relationship, and I just feel like if I can have that kind of
yeah, Janam
thing with the multiple.
Janam believes life is short. Life is too short to
YOLO.
No, but that's something where I don't know. Maybe the three of us are like we sort of veered more towards monogamy than she does. I mean, that's
See, I'll tell you, like you saw me at the buffet, the ice cream store.
wow.
One of each. I mean, if there's so
Yeah.
many flavors,
Yeah.
I want to try them
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
This is
We are
me.
a la
But
carte,
okay,
so
tell me
this
one
is
thing.
buffet.
Like after you've tried all the flavors,
Yeah.
would you want to go for a second scoop of one particular
Yeah,
flavor?
oh, that's a nice one. We have put Jana on the spot. Jana, which one would you take another serving for?
Is caramel good?
Belgian dark chocolate.
All right. Do not tell us your porn reference. Okay, we'll be right back after a quick break.
Hey everybody, welcome to another awesome week on IVM Podcast. If you're not following us on social media, please make sure you do. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So we have a listener survey going on right now. It's going to run till the end of March. It's on our website. It's ivmpodcast.com/survey. Please do participate on that listener survey. Give us your feedback. Tell us a little bit about yourself. That helps us when we go out and talk to advertisers. It is also very helpful for us to kind of know who you are and what kind of things you like. We ask a lot of questions around what kind of content you'd like to see us put out in the next couple of months. And yeah, we'd really appreciate any feedback that you could give us. We launched a new podcast on Valentine's Day called Dating is Garbage. Surbi, Abbas, and Janam talk modern dating and the woes and wows that come with it. Each week they sit down with some very cool guests and have an unfiltered conversation about their dating habits, awkward experiences, and heartbreaks. Tune in to hear them attempting therapy on each other. On the first episode, we have comedian Uruj Ashfaq discussing rejection. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus is joined by lawyer couple YP and Abba Singh. They discuss what it takes to stand up to authority in court, corruption in India, and how the Me Too movement has affected court cases. Also, check out the hilarious Valentine's Day special of Cyrus Says, where he was joined by Aisha, his wife, Kunal Vijayakar, and me. The four of us try to discuss and dissect romance really, really badly. On Simplified, the trio is joined by Meghnad and Shreyas Manohar. They discuss why learning school civics can help us understand today's political scenario and about their new podcast, How to Citizen. On The Habit Coach, Ashton talks about the importance of substituting your regular table salt with Himalayan pink salt. On Crocs Tales, we have a month-long Valentine special. Anand takes up classic fairy tales and gives them a modern Crocs Tales spin. And with that, let's continue with your show.
Hey guys, welcome back after the break. You're listening to Dating is Garbage, and we have Sukanya. We're talking about some really important stuff here, like defining the relationship and when to do it if we want to do it.
Never.
All right. The general consensus in this room.
Till the wedding day.
Oh, even the wedding day. Maybe. Yeah, it's like, do you agree to be husband and wife? I don't know.
I do. Question mark.
Or do I?
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, also I have a very important question, because since, I don't know, we're like on different, we're like age-wise, we are very different.
No.
Kind of.
Kind
Okay.
of close.
Everyone is not close to 25. I must say that. But I just want to ask you, do you think defining the relationship becomes more and more important when you grow older? Like, say, for a person who's in his late 30s, not talking about you, John, Abbas, or you, but like, do you think
I'm not in my late 30s.
you're
I
not?
just turned 30.
You just turned 30. But what are your thoughts on commitment after you reach like in?
See, I mean,
grow older?
as you grow older, everything becomes more you want to define things more because you have less time left, lesser time in your life. I mean, that's true,
there
right?
it goes, there it goes. You're talking about death.
Plant-based diet, longer.
Your body's his body's gonna stop supporting you in a while. The people you grew up with are gonna start passing away. Some of them have probably already started passing away. So you're gonna find yourself more alone in life. You're gonna have to start being self-sufficient. So so that emotional support becomes more important as you grow older, wanting someone in your life. So yeah, I think
I feel like I'm already 35 then, because I want that emotional support right now. What do you think, Jana, about growing old and what the need for commitment?
I don't think I'm there yet. Like, I'm not 30 yet. So
You're
maybe
literally
in
3
like
years.
maybe in 3 years, I'm sure my perspective will change. But right now, I'm just like living the moment.
She'll go for the second scoop.
I wanna,
Jana,
maybe later.
Go for the second scoop.
When I'm 30 plus. But now, honestly, right now, I want to make the most of my youth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, we're
No,
all selfish.
I just want to add something. So I mean, 30 or 40. There's no one number to it. Maybe you'll take that tip when you're in your 50s or even 60s. But yeah, as you do grow older, I think you want to define things more.
Or maybe I'm on my deathbed. I'm just like, oh, please, somebody just hold my hand.
Oh my God.
I don't want to die alone. Yeah.
This is a movie idea, which sounds like all my life I've spent non-committing, and I have 3 days to live. Somebody commit to me. And Jana will just like live those 3 days.
And I get married like in that state.
In those 3 days. But I also want to ask you, because again, define the relationship doesn't mean just commitment. It also means that even if you're not into it, you define it. Like, it's not just like not all positive will come out of this. Maybe one person's into it, maybe one person is on a different tangent altogether. I just personally believe that even if if you're not ready for it, you should communicate that so the other person doesn't get emotionally invested. I'm not talking about because of personal experience, but I've noticed that I tend to do this thing where I just do, just give it all and like get emotionally invested and then have this conversation. Like 6 months into the line, like, acha, ab bol deti hu ki this, I have feelings for you, but what do you think? I feel like I should have done this pehle, like beforehand. Like, just like let him know that I am meaning to like get like down and dirty with my emotions.
I think it depends on person to person, right? I mean, so for example, I started off thinking that, oh, this is my whole phase. I'm going to like go out with so many guys. And then I met this one guy and I was like, oh my God, he's amazing.
Oh my God.
And then I was still like, oh, okay, I don't know where this is going. I tried that thing. and we still didn't know where it was going, and but everything just happened so organically that we just even if I didn't want to define it, it just our actions sort of defined, boundaries, and if there are no boundaries, whatever.
So, oh my god, that means reading between the lines, and I really suck at that.
And this is always like you anticipate another, I don't know, like a move, and then you do think that because then you start to get attached, and even if everything is, you keep saying, oh, this is very casual, but you are getting attached because that it depends on person to person.
Everyone's looking at Janam in the room right now. It's just casual, okay. But I feel like you make a legit point. Also, have you noticed on dating apps now, like I think it's a Bumble feature where you get to decide what are you looking for. You're looking for a friend, you're looking for something casual, or a business. Hookup is not on it.
I know OkCupid has hookup,
oh
long-term, short-term,
hookup is so bratty. I can't believe they put up hookup.
No, I think Bumble only has like either dating or friends.
Just smooch.
I think Bumble also has a business thing.
Business? Looking for business?
Like networking.
But I feel like on an app, I would say looking for casual, but in real life, I'm all relationship. Because I want to look cool. No, this is not what my life depends on right now. But honestly, it does. I am in for this. I'm in. I don't know. Abbas, what do you have to say about communicating even when you're not, into it?
I think wouldn't that lead to even a more confusing scenario where, again, like Janam said, the fear of rejection, if you communicate the fact that I'm not probably ready, the other person will perceive it as you're kind of saying you're not gonna be serious about it, so why should we even take this forward?
Yeah, but then I think that's okay, right?
So
I personally think that's okay.
I don't know, but then
like
that leads you to pretend you're serious even when you're not.
It's like saying that you go to a shop and you ask for vanilla ice cream. He says, hey, but uski
so many ice cream metaphors.
I'm just saying, he doesn't have vanilla ice cream, so he will tell you to your face.
It's a different thing if he keeps you hanging. हाँ आप बैठो थोड़ी देर में आ रहा है. And then 1 घंटे बाद he'll be like हाँ बस आ रहा है आप बैठो रहिए. And then this never comes.
No, which is why that's wrong. And I feel like if that to you feels like rejection, then you're taking it the wrong way, because you're just really having a conversation with a stranger right now. You're saying, I'm into you. Are you into me? Should I be invested in this? And he says no, then you go the other way. Or if it works,
break the pattern.
Yeah, just get out of it.
My point was, I'm not certain if I want this relationship to be serious.
Okay.
So me communicating that, I'll be fearful, then that person will be like, I'm not sure if maybe it'll be serious, maybe it'll be not. But if I communicate this, the other person will be like, you know what, I don't think you're really serious about this, so I might as well go somewhere else.
But then that other person is entitled to his
that
opinion.
will lead me to go on pretending like, it is serious when I'm not sure if it,
but that's
if it is actually serious or not.
Yeah, but then it's up to
it's worst.
No, it's not just
Honestly,
worst. It's like you're being selfish. That just because I'm unsure, I will lead that person in thinking that it may work out, when you already know that the other person they are
serious.
waiting for this to work out. So it's like a selfish motive. The acha chal theek hai, main chance le leta
Honestly,
hoon.
I also have another question about this, which is what's worse, knowing that dating a man who knows what he wants, or dating a man who doesn't know what he wants right now? Because that's even more confusing. Because if a man knows I want casual, he's upfront about it, I'm okay. Then I know ki theek hai casual.
For the sake of equality, can we make this man or woman?
Man or woman, fine. It's mostly about men. Okay, Chanam.
I think it's definitely better if he or she knows what they want.
Yeah.
What would you rather have? Fine. It's all blurred lines. We realized dating is just basically garbage and blurred lines. But I would rather have someone tell me that I know what I want and not like, I don't know what I want right now. Please don't come go to therapy. Don't come and look for like.
Yeah. Also, if someone is unsure about what they're doing in this relationship, I'd rather not be in it at all.
Yeah.
That's a bit harsh, I think. That's being very. Everybody should know everything, and they should tell me what
but
they
if
want.
it's been a while and I'm in this relationship and you still don't know, then I want to walk
Define
out
a
of
while.
It's not my first date with you.
Years, okay, yes.
Years bhi nahi. Meko 3 mahina bhi you can tell me.
That's just being too harsh.
Even I don't think it's too harsh, because it's almost like saying ki, like, for example, whatever, I've been dating you for 3 months, 4 months, and I tell you that, oh, I'm not sure what this is, but I really want to sleep with you because the sex is so good. And the other person is like, excuse me, I know the sex is good, but my heart is like, getting whatever,
At
stomped
stake,
on.
yeah.
So, so that other person is like, I'm taking that choice and I'm like stepping out. I'm taking a step back. So, I mean, you're just being honest, right? So you have to give that other person that choice to be
Sure,
able
I'm
to,
okay with that scenario. What they are essentially saying is,
Abbas,
the
like you
moment
said,
I start dating you, you better tell me if you're gonna
not
like.
the moment,
not
but
the
I think
moment.
at least a year into the relationship.
Guys,
Sure.
year is too much. Okay, think about this. It's an office job. Probation period. 3 months baad, you should know if you're confirmed or not. If the guy doesn't know what he wants, I will take a step back. If he says casual, then I will decide if I want this to be casual or not. It has to be, or like again, works with the guy and the girl. But I really do think at some point you need to tell me what you know. If you don't know, then it's up to you. Then fine, go figure it out. And maybe if you're still around, if you're still single, when you figure out what you want, then I'll see you again.
Also, can I just add?
Yeah.
Like, can we just grow up?
Please, can we
God,
just
can
grow
we
up and
just,
not play
like,
games?
Oh, I've been in such bad relationships and I don't know what to do. This is not going to work out. Like, you are attracting. Like, I understand everyone has a past. We all have baggage. We all come with baggage. But then to think that, I'm getting into dating or relationship, whatever, but I'm already anticipating it to fail.
Yeah.
What's the point of like taking that step
I know.
at all?
Which is also another point that if you're so scared of commitment, I don't know. I honestly feel like breakups exist and you can break up one day into relationship or even 1 year into relationship. So if it's not working out, you can take that call later also. Why are you always like, why are you nervous about going for it? Why are you like not going for it just because it might fail in the future?
Yeah.
What do you think, Jana?
I think dating is absolute garbage.
Yeah.
Reached a point
Which is why she's dating multiple people at once.
I don't think we'll ever reach to a conclusion.
Yeah, Abbas, you feel like
Yeah.
you're not convinced with
No,
this.
I'm listening to all points
Have
of
we
views.
done
No, please put in some like gender perspective here.
No, I mostly, I'm learning things.
That's nice. Because, I mean, it doesn't do justice to anyone if, like, one person's like vanilla, other person's like, मेरे को तो Belgian dark chocolate चाहिए. And one person's like, I'm on a diet. So I'm like, please.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you're kind of dating, you take a call. You
take a
either
call.
break up or you make it more firm of
Yeah.
what you want, of
Yeah.
what you're expecting. Cool.
I think,
It's
both.
much easier said than done, obviously.
I
Of
know,
course,
it's
yeah.
much,
Yeah.
because,
But,
again,
for your own mental health, please, everyone,
That's
take that
true.
call.
yeah, and it takes a while
Otherwise,
for you to...
spending money on therapy is too much.
That's true. And also dating is also a lot of money, guys. I've said it time and again. Going out is a lot of money. If I'm spending money, I need to know what I'm like. Is this
Spending
good?
on.
Yeah, is
It's
this a
an
good investment?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, please listen to Paisa Vaisa,
I was going to say that.
another podcast on our network. Wow, they should really talk about dating and the cost-effective dating.
Yeah.
Yeah, no? Anything else?
Taking personal finance too personally. I think, yeah.
Cool. Now let's move on to a very fun game, Sukanya.
Oh shit, okay.
Can you wait? We need to check out your burping skills.
Okay.
Can you burp?
Yeah.
Can you burp on mic right now?
Okay.
Oh wow, that's weak. That's weak.
I'll show you.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Wow, you can work on demand. I didn't know
Yeah.
this. Damn.
I think everyone can.
Damn it.
कोई
Okay.
बात नहीं, कर
What
लियो.
is this? Why am I such a fail at this?
Okay, no, never mind. We identified the sound, I think,
Yeah.
of Sukanya's burp. So we're going to play a game called Truth or Burp. It's basically never have I ever. So if you've done this thing, you burp on the mic.
Okay.
Okay? Cool.
All right, we can't. Nobody else is answering. It's on you, Sukanya.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll clap.
Okay. Have you ever had a kinky dream about someone you worked with?
No.
Okay. Have you ever had feelings for a friend's significant other?
No.
No?
Wow.
Okay, no burps yet.
Damn it. Okay, yeah. I'm boring.
Have you ever used a lousy excuse to get out of a terrible date?
That was a weak ass burp, guys. But there was one.
Yes. Have you ever crushed on a teacher?
Wait.
A lot of burps coming up there.
Shit, what is wrong with my burping? Okay. Okay.
Just say the word burp.
I'm burping.
Burp.
Yes,
You're
guys.
burping. Yeah.
Okay, last one. Have you ever said the wrong name during sex?
Oh no, thank God.
Okay, that was all. Cool.
Wow, I'm quite boring. Thanks, guys.
No, that's completely okay to not have kinky dreams about your colleague. It's a normal thing.
Actually, I've never worked in an office also.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess I've never had that
So when you
option.
say you met Surbhi, the last place you were working,
That was just like a few months.
Yeah, that was a
and
few months.
Also, all
Correct.
old people.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, no people, nobody to have kinky
not
dreams
not
about.
George Clooney old, but like
Damn
old
it.
old.
Yeah, like old. Okay, but this is a fun episode, guys. I hope if you're out there listening and you're also in the kind of dating phase, I hope you
Get out of it.
Don't get out of it, but like make your
Get your closure or get your
Yeah.
answer.
Get your
Have
answers.
one of each, guys. Have one ice cream, one flavor of each
Yeah,
ice
there's
cream.
been a lot of food metaphors.
Caramel
But
and coffee go
again-
together.
And if someone makes you wait for vanilla, it's never coming.
It's never coming.
Go
Yeah.
out.
Also, yeah, why if he's making you wait for vanilla, you might as well just leave.
I love vanilla.
All right, Sukanya, you're
Sorry.
quite boring.
Yeah.
Thank you. For being
Okay, I'm
here,
going to switch to
Sukanya.
caramel and coffee. Okay.
Thank you for being on this episode. Where can we reach out to you on social media?
I'm off social media.
Oh
Damn
wow.
it.
Okay, are you on Twitter.com?
Yeah, I was on Twitter and again, but I'm gonna get back. So you can find me on Let's Disco. My
Can you spell it?
okay, LETSDISCOH.
Oh,
There's like
OH
an
is important.
exclamation, like hey,
Oh,
Let's
nice.
Disco. Oh,
Thank
okay.
you. Thanks Abbas. Thanks Janam. And this was another episode of Dating is Garbage. You can reach out to IVM at IVM Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also reach out to all three of us personally. Janam?
I'm on Twitter at Janam Devan.
I'm on Twitter at Small Talk Police.
And I'm on Twitter at Abbas Momin.
But before we go, Sukanya, we have a catchphrase for the show. Do you want to take it away?
Don't be trashy.
Thank you. See you next time. Bye.
Why can't we see we've built these things up in our head? Who we think is the one always ends up with someone else. Dating is garbage, I'm not sure why people do it. It's a pain in the ass, nothing but trouble, a giant fucking nuisance. Maybe it's better than being lonely.
Hi listeners, we at Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund have come up with a special podcast series called MF 101 in collaboration with Bloomberg Quint. MF 101 is an informative series that will help you understand the recipe behind mutual fund investments. And what's more, it's coming from the chefs of the mutual fund buffet table, from the very own fund managers and analysts who are the manufacturers of the funds that help you realize your investment goals. New episodes out every Monday. You can listen to the show on the IBM Podcast app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You say jogging, and I'm telling you a story about a man who dated 3 sisters. You say boss, Kurla, and it's about a guy who went out to a party where they were selling beef. This is Anand Sivkumaran, aka The Croc. My show, The Croc's Tales. You give me a word, I'll tell you a story. Words aapke, kahani aapke liye. Do tune in on Monday and Thursday on the IVM website, app, and anywhere you get your podcast from.